Today, we embark on a colorful journey into the enchanting world of crayons. Initially crafted from charcoal and oil, crayons hold the 18th spot among 80 well-known scented items in the USA. Considering that the first scent to develop in the womb is the sense of smell, this fact becomes truly fascinating. These colorful wonders are non-toxic and one of the cleanest coloring options, making them perfect for kids. On average, a child goes through a staggering 720 crayons in the first decade of their life. Now, it becomes clear why there is a continual emergence of new items specifically designed for children. Join us as we uncover the incredible journey of how these beloved crayons find their way into our hands, bringing along a vibrant adventure. It's a process that's as colorful as the crayons themselves. So once upon a time, crayons were known as wax sticks, created by blending a type of wax with color pigment. Their journey dates back to Roman times, where artists practiced encaustic painting, mixing beeswax with colored pigments to produce vibrant hues on stones. The final touch involved using heat to fix or burn the image into place. In the modern art of that era, beeswax and colored pigments melted, swiftly applied to surfaces like wood or stone, and artists engraved stunning images using natural brushes or metal tools. This art form became common and influenced the great civilizations of the time. It is believed that Europe was the birthplace of modern crayons, initially made with mix of coal and oil. The term crayon itself comes from the French word crayon, meaning chalk pencil, evolving from representing a chalk pencil to simply pencil in modern French. Today's young artists view crayons as a vital element in their creations, whereas the pioneers of that era were typically older individuals in age. Francois Clouet, a knighted artist, captured Henry V's attention with his crayon-modeled portraits. Nicolas L. Lagneau also made his mark, using wax crayons to outline portraits and adding watercolor tints for that extra touch. Enter Joseph Le Mercier, the French lithographer who changed the game. In 1828, he revolutionized crayon making, creating a spectrum of color and crayon-like products. This innovation sparked interest in Europe to replace oil with wax, giving the crayon a much-needed boost. Similar efforts were simultaneously underway in the United States. Shifting our focus to Charles A. Bowley, a Massachusetts native. He crafted wax coloring crayons in the late 1880s, packaging them in a more convenient pencil shape. The demand surged, leading him to partner with the American Crayon Company. In the mid-1870s, the first wax crayon companies emerged. Now, let's explore some fascinating facts about crayons that unfold like a flower garden when you open the box. What's the most effective way to teach? Undoubtedly through art. In New Orleans, Sister Gertrude Morgan, a gospel teacher, gained fame with her pastel drawings, vividly spreading religious teachings. And did you know that crayons have their own name? Did you know that crayons have their own name if they shrink to an unusable size? They're called leftoless. Now, we mentioned unusable sizes, and there's even an unusually large one. Big Blue, a giant crayon made from thousands of collected leftolas. It weighs 1,500 pounds and is nearly 16 feet long. And speaking of blue crayons, it turns out that among the 100+ colors, blue is America's favorite. The first crayon box included 8 colors, with blue alongside red, green, yellow, violet, orange, black, and brown. And wait a minute, one of the blue crayons stirred some controversy. Only 2 crayon colors have changed their names. In 1958, Prussian blue became midnight blue because teachers thought that kids weren't familiar with the Prussian history. In 1962, unrelated to blue unless you're a Smurf, flesh became peach, reflecting diverse skin tones. And here's an interesting fact. In the early 20th century, some crayons were marketed as being edible, made from non-toxic materials. The idea was that kids could enjoy a snack while getting creative, but thinking about crayons with scents like booger, it's always a good idea for our little artists to stick to coloring, not snacking on these colorful tools. Safety first, right? There's a whole art scene dedicated to crayons. Some talented artists specialize in creating intricate and detailed masterpieces by melting crayons onto a canvas, colors dripping down and forming amazing designs. Artists are taking crayon creativity to a whole new level, intricate figures and shapes sculpted out of crayons, turning these simple tools into miniature works of art. It's precision and patience at its finest. But the crayon adventures don't stop on Earth. Back in 1965, NASA, yes, the space folks, sent crayons aboard the Gemini 4 mission. These crayons weren't for doodling in space. They were part of a kit used for experiments in microgravity. And mark your calendars, because there's a day dedicated to celebrating these fantastic little sticks of joy. National Crayon Day is celebrated on March 31st each year. It's a time to appreciate the simple joy and boundless creativity that crayons bring to people of all ages. And if you're feeling adventurous, why not try making your own crayons at home? All you need is some beeswax and your favorite color pigment. But it has to wait for a while because we are here for mass production. Now, as promised, it's time to dive into the rainbow. But hold on tight, we're not flying over the rainbow because, we don't want to bump into electric lime-colored witches. So, let the magic unfold right before your eyes. Our journey begins with the arrival of the main ingredient, paraffin wax. This hardened wax, crucial for crayons, undergoes a mesmerizing transformation. Watch closely. The paraffin wax serves as the binder, while pigments provide color. Other additives may be included to adjust the texture, enhance color vibrancy, or add specific properties to the crayons. Once melted, wax is heated using steam from an oil-filled boiler, making it ready for the production process. As the melted wax is pumped into large silos. Man, talk about a liquid rainbow ready to take shape! Now the magic begins. The wax meets clay for added strength, and a dance of color pigments transforms it into a kaleidoscope of vibrant shades. The colored wax mixture is poured into large cylindrical molds designed to create the iconic pointed shape. The molds are cooled and cover the mold with cold water to allow the wax to solidify and take on the crayon shape. Any excess leftover while shaping is set aside for recycling and turned into new crayons. Crayons undergo meticulous quality control inspections to identify imperfections, defects, or color inconsistencies. Automated systems are employed to identify and eliminate crayons that do not meet the established quality standards. And then they are ready for their special labels. It's really interesting that before, all crayons were labeled by hand, one by one. But now, thanks to the rotating drums, they all carefully get their outfits faster. Seconds before entering their groove, the label is glued on. Watch this mesmerizing machine do its job perfectly. With their labels donned, they are then placed in boxes that will be their homes for a while before they reach creative hands. Way to go to the boxes! Watching the crayons placed by the machines according to their colors makes you feel like you're in a candy store, an explosion of colors waiting to spark creativity. Next stop, the world. And that's the exquisite journey of how crayons come to life. Now grab your favorite colors and let's dive into the world of creativity.